Hello and welcome to Leading Right, the podcast where we explore values, decision, and behavior that shape responsible leadership in today's world. I'm Vivian.
And I'm Gabriel. In this episode, we are dive into the world of ethical leadership, what it is, why it's matter, and how it transforms the society at workspace.
Joining us today are two incredible voices. First, we have Miss Kueh Wingman, a founding partner of a vibrant and dynamic legal firm in KL, versus Chia Kueh and Ting.
Hi, I'm Wei Han. I'm currently a practicing lawyer. Thanks, Vivian and Gabriel, for inviting me.
And we are also joined by Mason Chong, a director from Seraphic Advisory, who leads the team with upholding strong ethical value.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having us in this session. So we're going to be looking forward to share our experience and then our thought of viewing this interview.
So welcome both.
So let's start with the basic. So Wingman, what is ethical leadership?
Okay, thanks, Vivian. To me, right, ethical leadership in my capacity as a professional lawyer, it means a lot. Actually, it means more than just avoiding misconduct. It means more than just complying with the rules as a lawyer. You know, we have a lot of strict and stringent professional rules and then governing our like conduct. So to me, it means leading by role modeling, setting the precedent for leading firm, for your subordinates, for your lawyers, for your peers, you know, and also of course promoting the ethical values among the work environment, handling clients, building confidence, and then gaining clients' trust, handling matters with transparencies and across the. So that is to me what's by ethical.
That's powerful. Mason, in practical angle, what is the ethical leadership?
Okay. Well, so it means asking whether it's this right before we talking about it's profitable, right? So right in my career, I used to have a manager who always would taught me to think about and always ask is what is the impact or what's the consequences in here to our client or even to our colleague or even to their family. So and then what's the outcome if let's say we making this kind of such decision. So this mindset style.
Bring us a tricky part, Wayman. Why sometimes a well-meaning leader act unethical?
Oh, that is a million dollar question actually. So even a well-meaning leaders, right? To me, they have great powers and great powers come with great responsibility. And of course, the chances of the likelihood of the world the corruption being happened is easier and higher as well because they have great power in hands. That's always the rules. So to me, it's like you know, sometimes maybe they're under pressure. They are facing with certain critical moment, issue of life and death they are under great, you know, failure, business failure, that kind of external factor. So it would be easier, you know, as a human nature that under that kind of circumstances, people would tend to cross the boundary and act actively in order to survive and in order to achieve whatever they want to achieve.
So Mason, do you have this pressure in your profession?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. So I always in this getting off when I feel pressure of by bringing to achieve my target at any costs, right? So, but I learned that if let's say in long term, if let's say in long term, we often to create long term problems, like the opportunity cost too high. So what's the price we're going to pay? Like lost trust, and then we higher turnover rate, and even putting my company as a bigger list.
Mm.
Okay, it seems like power and pressure can cloud judge.
Yes, I agree with you on that. That was what I was saying earlier, right? Greater powers and greater pressure when human beings are with under power and pressure, we tend to act or think irrationally. We cannot, act like ourselves the usual way, like what is our ethical values. So we just want to survive. We just want to get rid of the situations and the successes. So that's why under that kind of moment, right? Yeah, ethical values can have to really uphold and then reinforce and ask ourselves, do we have this? Do we have to take that action or what do we do? So that's really professionalized.
Let's shift our gears. So Mason, what do you think leaders should do to maintain an ethical culture?
Alright. So let's start by talking the thought. So people was what people do more than what you say, right? So let's say you want to have transparency, then you have to be transparent, right? So even sometimes in uncomfortable you also implement this quite a lot.
I agree. Basically, I would add that to say that the systems in the organization matters a lot too. Hiring people that aligns with your ethical values and then cultivating the safe working environment that encourage speaking out, without fear and favor. That matters a lot too, as well as rewarding productivity. I think those are key factors for this maintaining the healthy and ethical culture in organization.
So what about the small thing like the workspace or the communication style impact on the impact?
Oh, definitely, definitely. In my view, I think, right, to be able to speak without fear or favor, that really matters a lot when it comes to promoting and culture in Iran. So when people are under extreme stress or pressure, that they're not able to speak up freely. So in that case, maybe they just need to go, it's okay to not to, report about this ethnic issues that the workplace among because of fear of losing employment, fear of harassment or whatnot. So by creating the very encouraging the open communication system within the organization that matters a lot to corporate culture.
Okay, very great insight. Can we say that uh, ethical leadership doesn't mean making a big decision? It also doing the right things in our daily environment, our working space. When do you have any real life experience that taught you the value of ethical leadership?
Real life experience. Let me think. I think I come across a situation when, as a lawyer, we always have different opponents. We always have the lawyers, different lawyers, court or like this. So there's a scenario that I came across a lawyer who actually represented the same client like the, and later on, the same lawyer actually acted against the same client and saying like that's not. So to me, I think it is quite unethical in that sense. So in that sense, that I think the ethical values and the ethical leadership that sense is very important because in the matter, right, not just us as a senior lawyer, we also other juniors lawyer, peers, and who are the same level. So how would they perceive this senior or this lawyer, when they handle the case in such a way that, on one hand, you represented this person, and method is status in this method. So I think in that sense, the ethical leadership is very.
As a ethical leadership, do you have any advice for our listeners?
And the right. Action always it's not very good. So when you're faced with the challenges to how business organization and influences, we have to uphold our belief in our actual values and financial walk across the boundary of border. So I think this is the best way to basically actions and stuff.
And it's a great insight from Wenman. Mason, do you have any real life experience on ethical leadership and do you have any key takeaway for listeners?
Okay. Well, so come across in my career, my businesses. So once it's a client requests us to remove or I would say to hide the finding from the report. So basically just sweep under the carpet. So this is to make the report useful to their management so that they also don't need to bear so many questions being asking us by the uh, asked by the board of director, right? So based on my perspective. So we as a provider, so we have to set up political and then we have to ensure our integrity. So it's our responsibility to educate the clients why should they are doing this, right? So sometimes this will be also costing us loss of the revenue, right? So we always in the dilemma of we making a hard decision whether we need to uh take out this or we just go away from this deal, right? So we have to play a role and then we have to educate the customer and let them know why they are need to report the truth and then we have to face and then we have to solve the finding the case, right? So sometimes let's say we make a wrong decision and then sometimes our downline or even our employee even see it as a more a good habit and then not a good action. So probably can really learn from the bad sides, right?
Okay. That's a wrap for today's episode. Very huge thanks to Raymond and Mason for sharing their wisdom.
Okay, if you guys enjoyed this conversation, please don't forget to follow us and share the video to someone that is interested in leadership.
Remember, real leadership means doing the right thing even when no one is watching. Until next time, keep leading right.